This is the live going on early today because when the evening starts at the beginning of the day, I'm not going to be going on. I'm going to be doing what I'm supposed to do according to my culture. If you'd like to know what that is, I'm going to let you know right now. This live is welcome to all who want to attend, regardless of your culture, your customs, or your ways. And this is not an open invitation for people to come in just all willy-nilly. If you want to participate in the comments section, the first thing you have to do is read my channel description. You read it if you're still interested in participating in the comments section, because watching and listening is always free. Put a peaceful greeting according to your culture, your customs, and your ways in the comments section before you type your troll or whatever it is that you questions, comment, concerns, what have you. Today's topic is treason. 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 What is it? And how it's going on in this country. And it's, now that it's affecting everybody. Folks talking about coming together. And I don't have that mentality, because I don't want to come together with everybody. So the question is, am I wrong for thinking that way? Am I wrong for not, going along to get along in a system that is written rules, new rules on how they hunt prisoners of war like myself? Because regardless of what you might feel or your opinion, if you're in copper-colored skin, you're a prisoner of war. Historically speaking, accurately speaking, truthfully speaking. And it's not up for debate, because my life is not a place for debates. I discovered in life that arguments and debates, they usually leave problems in their wake that are bigger than the problems that they were arguing about or debating on. But you know what solves problems? And the one thing that people don't want to do in 2025 or ever, and that's have conversations, dialogue, conversation. And the definition of a conversation has not deviated from the first time I went live until now. And the definition of a conversation is as follows. A conversation is truthful and honest questions and answers using logic to come up with solutions to problems. Solutions to problems. And if you read my channel description and did your homework, you know these problems affect all of us, not just one group based on your phenotype, your DNA, or your skin tone. Because I know we're all programmed to think that we crayons, but that's so far from the truth, it's not funny. And I mean, it used to be a tragic comedy, but taking into account what they're doing in Washington, D.C., and what Trump did with those high-ranking military officials and what he said to them, and they went along with it. Yeah, they didn't want to be part of the solution. They would rather be part of the problem, which is the problem for people like me and you that live in the States. And not just the States, all over the world, because to be honest with you, a lot of that ordinance they're dropping over there on those Palestinians say USA on it. And all the training those Israelis got there, they got it from the United States. Yeah. It's a big ruse, and everybody's playing along, going along to get along, when it's best just to stay off the radar, because they're going to be introducing some things, because the adversary, they've always had tools of distraction, tools of diversion, tools of division to keep righteous people from coming together. Well, this live is dedicated to all of you, to let you know it ain't happening. I got some inside information. Yeah, there's going to be some righteous people coming together, that no weapon that you form is going to prosper against these people, and they're not going to call themselves Christians or Muslims or Jews. Truthfully speaking, not even Hebrews. Because if you serve a righteous cause, you uphold a higher standard to be grafted in to that family that the Bible is written to, because it's not written to everybody. Yeah, if you subscribe to do the things that are required to be grafted into that family, no weapon formed against you is going to prosper. And they make them, don't they? They're making them. Psyops. Psyops. Justice is the ones that need help the most get the most help, and nobody's mistreated for any reason. And America runs on mistreatment. Specifically, the mistreatment of prisoners of war, copper-colored people in this country that they still gaslight about, including copper-colored people. Yeah, including copper-colored people. They'd rather, stick their heads in the sand and tell everybody they're praying. When that ain't it. You just don't want to smell what they're cooking because they already know. And they always tell you that the two things you never talk about is religion and politics. And the truth blows both out of the water because they're both lies. That's why, people really should read the scripture so that it blesses them and do what it says to do and stop doing what the scripture says we're not supposed to do. And I'm the mad trucker. I don't tell grown folks what to do. That's up to you. You, if you're watching this now or a later date, because I'm no better than you. No better than you. But I pick my slots and I know who and what I am. I'm unique and wonderfully made, and I'm spirit and flesh. There's a soul in here that ain't for sale, and people have given their souls away. Specifically, prisoners of war, worshiping something that is a lie. And that's that Mormon Jesus that they invented long before Joseph Smith ever founded the Mormon Church. Long time before that. And nobody can find cap in that statement. Nobody can find misinformation in that statement. But they continue to rally for that idolatry, that falsehood, that lie. And including what they call him. They call him Jesus. And they'd rather get offended than free themselves from that well-dressed lie. Because even though they portray him on a cross, naked, suffering, the ones that control the Roman Catholic Church, which all the denominations come from, they dress real well, don't they? You don't need glasses to see it. And Trump told the high-ranking military officials in Washington, D.C., that if you don't like what I'm about to say, you can get up. But if you get up, leave your rank. That, in essence, is the definition of treason. And because I'm saying that, and exposing these things, I've made myself a target. And it doesn't bother me. Because what I'm communicating on right now, if you're watching this, is part of that mark that it talks about, that if people don't accept, they won't be able to buy, they won't be able to sell, they won't be able to function in this worldly system. But it says, let he who has wisdom count the number of a man. So let you know the mark ain't just this phone that I'm talking to you on. Fact of business, you can take it all the way back to 1921, when they took all the gold, the wealth, the real money from the American people and handed out social security cards and birth certificates with bond numbers on them, making everybody chattel. And then another dairy demon came along and he said, if you can convince the poorest white man that he's better than the richest black man, they're not going to be wise to the plan. And I don't know why people just don't want to read or look into things for themselves. Well, the day is going to be beginning shortly. Today is the Day of Atonement. Today's the Day of Atonement. And I'm not going to be doing too much more of this, because I know they're going to be rolling out 6G next. And, my advice to anybody, that if you're just coming into this truth and you research it, you find out what I'm saying is true, because it is true. And, like it says, who shall believe the report? You have to believe the report, but you don't have to believe it. Because even if you don't believe what I'm saying, you're going to know it. You're going to know it's the truth that you're uncomfortable with. You're going to be at a crossroad in your life. And you're going to be faced with a decision to do one of two things. Are you going to keep rolling with that well-dressed lie? Or are you going to pick up your cross and follow the butt naked truth? And that's entirely up to you, because I don't tell grown folks what to do. Yeah. You're at the wheel. Yeah. Where you going? And you don't have to answer that question. I'm at the 10. And usually it goes like this. That's why I let people know I'm not monetized by YouTube, TikTok, or any social media platform. If you like what you're listening to, by all means, like it. They are appreciated. Likes are appreciated. If you want to share my content with people that you think could benefit from it, shares are greatly appreciated. If you like to follow my channel here on YouTube, because the one on TikTok is going to be down shortly. I'm just getting all my information off that format. Yeah, just, it's appreciated. But they're never required. Never required. Because what I'm talking about, I don't own. I don't own it. It doesn't belong to me. It's not mine to sell. Fact of business, that's what the Sadducees and Pharisees did when Christ walked on the earth. If you subscribe to that religion that they call Christianity, that really ain't Christ-like, especially nowadays. If you put white and conservative in front of that title, they definitely don't have nothing to do with Christ. And that's not an opinion. It's not a belief. It's an observational statement. And it seems like nowadays, the way they're, injecting this wax 2.0 into the algorithm to make those what I call space cookies, get people to think that, human sacrifice is necessary for this world to keep on turning, when the Mayans proved that wasn't true. The Crusades proved that wasn't true. And whenever they call for human sacrifice, that ain't what they want. They just want to go around and do things to other people that they don't want done to themselves, because they're scared little kids. Kids. It's an acronym. It stands for Clan Indoctrinated Disciples and Servants. And they come in all colors of the crayon box. All nationalities. And that's a worldwide problem, don't you think? And I was talking about the tools of the adversary. You don't think that race is the biggest deception on the planet? If you don't think that, you're not thinking. Your brain is smooth. It's sliding off, because it is. It's always the hot topic. People always want to debate about it. They want to have arguments about it. They want to go to war about it instead of war with it. And that's what my channel is for. I go to war with lies, falsehoods, those half-truths that we all know ain't true at all. Christopher Columbus discovered America. Whites built this nation. Those half-truths, whole lies that you have to come out of. If you really believe in that character in the scripture they call Christ, you got to come out of this world. He said, be in it, but not of it, because we ain't of it. But I can't say we, because I ain't French. I know that I'm in it. I know that I'm not of it. Do you? I'm at the 14. And I didn't send out any invitations, because people looking for me didn't know how to find me. Yeah. I'm going to be in blackout mode for a while. I've already started that process. And if you're wise, you might want to start it too. Because when they roll out 6G, all they got to do is push a button. And if you're holding your phone, you're going to drop to the ground, contort, stiffen like a board. And that's the end of your story on this earth plane. And as much stuff as I survived, I don't want this thing to kill me that I'm holding in my hand. Truthfully speaking, it already has. It's unalived a lot of people. It's the biggest time sucker on the planet. And John D. Rockefeller, that German Jew, just like Adolf Hitler was a German Jew, said, I want a nation of obedient workers and not free thinkers. Because if you have a free thinker, ain't no way they're going to be an obedient worker. they're working towards something that's wicked, especially if they uphold a higher standard. It says, I'm not going to do something to somebody I don't want them to do to me. Well, that's the end of the live this evening. If you're watching this at a later date, I'd like to say I appreciate you. May the Most High bless and keep you. May His countenance be gracious unto you and your family. May the Most High smile on you and give you shalom. I'm the Mad Trucker. Thanks for watching.